about that. He works at Third Coast. He's the bartender.
Oh, the one with the face, the big face,
Big face, motherfucker. Yeah.
Big face.
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, big face.
Oh, big face.
I mean, whatever. Oh, there it is. Now.
There we go.
Now we up.
Now we up.
Got to figure out how to share this video.
Finally.
I wish I had like a little boy with a palm leaf over here that would, that would fan me off and share this video for me.
Like, ooh, yes. Like a giant palm leaf. Just like,
Yeah, like on
and he dies of exhaustion because he's cooling you off so much.
You remember the Jungle Book?
Yeah.
The animated version? That's what King Louis had. He had like a little dude that would.
I want to be like you.
I want to
talk like you, walk like you. Do. You see it's true.
Jibbity-deep.
Shibbity-beep.
And a man like me could learn to be human too. Jibbity-doop. That's a song about Ted Cruz. All right.
Y'all ready? Want to go into music?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. New intro song.
I don't even know how to look up what this guy's name was. I just typed in Peter Piper Pickle Pan.
You got to type in Daniel Rue.
Daniel Rue. That was his name.
Yeah.
Daniel Rue. And then the other guy. What's the other guy's name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Intro songs! Will Smith's favorite fucking podcast.
It is hot. Hot. I love it.
What's up, hotheads?
What is happening?
Shouts out to Sean Parrott for the new intro song. Sean Parrott's new comedy album right now. Ting ting ring dang, ding a ding, ling a dong, shing a ding dong dong, whatever it's called, is out right now on iTunes.
Bing bing ching chong.
Sean Parrott like the bird. He's having an album release party on January the 20th.
20th, yeah.
I'll be on it. Sean Parrott, thank you so much for the intro song. We've got the intro song now. 2018, this is the year, baby.
We lit.
This is the year, baby. What's up? I'm Chance Willie.
Cory Perry.
And this our special guest today, the young, the talented Matthew Neal Boyd.
Yo, what's up?
What's up,
Look at him.
fuckers?
He's
What's up, man?
cute.
How y'all doing?
It's good to have you back on the show.
You may know
man.
me from the Thanksgiving episode
Yeah.
of this show, where I felt like I did a lot better than I thought I was going to do. Right, Cory?
Oh, you did fantastic, man.
Oh, thank you.
I heard it was good.
Thank
You made random noises though, like you ate a piece of chicken. You went like,
Yeah, yeah.
like you're
I'm a huge fan of spicy food, but
Not hot food,
everyone
though,
has
right?
their limits. You
No,
know what I mean?
not
And
literally.
my
It's
hot as
limit,
hell.
my
poison,
limit.
eating poison.
Shout out the Herm board. over
Shout
there.
out to Herm's album is also out right now. What's
Oh,
it
man.
called? My Dad Hot at Me.
Isn't
Isn't that what it's really called?
That's
I
what
don't
Granny
remember.
did.
Granny did.
Granny
Mhm.
did.
Did what?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it, bro.
That guy's a real artist.
I know it's
Yeah.
on Spotify.
Mark
it's on
Anunson
iTunes.
is. Are we just putting out everybody's
Dude, let's
albums?
plug him. Whatever, man.
Yeah.
2018, this is the come up year for everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all getting a piece of it.
We're all getting a piece of the pie.
You watch her, she watch him, he watch you.
If you want to hear such great bits as that, check out Da Herm's comedy special on what's it on? iTunes, like
every
Tidal.
platform.
It's on Tidal.
On every platform,
It's on
dude.
Stitcher. It's on Wiki Nation leaks.
Uh-huh.
It's on everything. You can check it out.
Yeah.
It's called
How come nobody told me?
Granny Did.
Granny did.
Granny Did by
Right.
Da Herm. Yeah.
It's not even on SoundCloud though, which I'm surprised by that.
Yeah. I wonder if you can hear me laughing on Da Herm's. That's my contribution to the Nashville comedy
I
scene
heard
is
you.
just
Is your
Me-
cackle?
me cackling like
Okay.
an insane hyena during people's jokes. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's
Yeah.
that's going to be my legacy.
That's what's up.
I'm never actually going to record anything. I'm just going to
Yeah.
laugh on other people's,
That's good.
like a hype man.
You're a hot feature. On
I'm a hot feature.
every album.
I'm like the Lil Jon of the Nashville comedy scene.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You're like the Flava Flav.
The Flava Flav.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's even better.
That's actually a much better.
Actually, more like Spliff Star. You know,
Uh-huh.
Busta Rhymes, old hype man back in the
Spliff
day.
Star.
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Yeah. The light skinned dude in all Busta Rhymes videos.
Oh, okay. That is me then.
Yeah, that's like super like low key. Nobody.
Spliff Star.
Yeah.
Nobody even.
Nobody
So
else,
low
You
key.
didn't know his name till I told you. He knows I just told you.
I'm the Spliff Star of the Nashville comedy scene, which is what could be more obscure than the obscurest guy in an already obscure comedy scene. Yeah, that's me. That's me.
That was on the head. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
very excited to be here.
Yeah, very excited to have Maddie on the show.
I don't know if I've said that yet, but
it's chicken today.
I am. Yeah.
It's deadly.
It's yeah.
Yeah, we got chicken today from.
It's staring back at me.
Slow burn.
It's got a mind. That chicken's got a mind of its own.
Yeah, this chicken's flexing on me.
Look at this.
Yeah. So this is the flavor of this. It's from Slow Burn. Shouts out to Slow Burn in Madison, Tennessee.
Yep.
Woo!
Shout out.
Shouts go out. Oh, shouts out to our great producer Casey on the 1s and 2s with the air horns and the Herm soundboard. The guy's killing it today.
Always.
Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, we got it's Cory, it's Matt, Neil Boyd, and it's Chance Willie. We got some hot chicken from Slow Burn today, and this stuff it looks deadly. This is called The End was the name of the thing. And here's the deal. Okay, every time you go into a hot chicken,
marinated in magma.
Yeah, it's a dry rub. You can tell it's like a review of the week. It's a
dry rub is what Chance does in his room every night. I can hear him. I'm his roommate.
He doesn't love himself.
No, that's how I know you're lying, because it is very moist. It's a very moist, sticky endeavor usually. Yeah. But yeah, it's called The End. Every time you walk into a hot chicken place and you order the hottest stuff, they always go, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" They try to punk you out of doing it. Because I don't know. I feel like it's a flex to be we've got the hottest stuff in town, because it's very competitive in the hot chicken community. But this place kind of upped the flex, and they actually gave us gloves to eat this chicken with. So if everybody wants to maybe don a glove,
we only have 4 gloves. So
yeah, so we'll find out if the glove was necessary on this episode. We're gonna get some.
If the glove does fit, the chicken is lit. Am I right?
That's what they say.
Right. So funny story. You already broke the. Luckily,
man.
we have one more.
Oh, there you go.
Right. So I go to pick up some chicken today, and then I order the chicken. I ordered the Inferno. It's like 2 levels down.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there waiting on the order to come, and I see these 2 guys walk into the chicken place. I'm like, wait a minute, you guys order chicken too? And it was just a really funny thing.
It was the craziest thing when we walked in, because the door was facing you and you were just sitting there already ready.
Already ready. It's like, oh, I expected you guys to come. It looked like that, didn't it?
Yeah, it was like when your parents are sitting at home with the lights off when you walk in. That only happens in cartoons, I guess. But when you walk in late one night and it's drunk. Cory's already there waiting on us. So we got an abundance of chicken. The great thing that's going to happen today, I guess, is Cory got the lesser thing, and then we got the real heat on the right. So let's start with the Inferno today, and then we're going to work our way up to the end.
Start less spicy.
Let's go with
Start less spicy.
It's still very spicy though.
Sure.
It's the extra hot.
I just ate one of those pickles, and I mean, goddamn.
Yeah. So if you guys want to get into it here in a second, do we have an instrumental queued up or something we can do on this?
We'll discuss the chicken while we're at it.
Yeah.
Marty. Oh, are we going down the line? Is that what we're doing?
Cory's really hungry.
Should I
Can't
just
even
go
wait.
ahead?
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I had breakfast.
Let's get it.
This morning. I had bacon and eggs.
Here, thank you.
Yep.
So this is the Inferno.
What song is it?
Yeah, what's the instrumental today, baby?
This is the instrumental to Never Been in Love by Just Blaze.
Just Blaze! Talib Kweli kills on a song.
Is it Talib Kweli?
Yeah.
It's a feature?
Just Blaze is producer.
Okay.
Talib raps on his
This is a very good taste.
Yeah.
This has good taste.
That's good taste.
Yeah.
Good taste. Thanks, Jerry Seinfeld.
These motherfuckers got good taste.
For the scathing review.
Real juice on the inside. I'm surprised.
It's not, this is a problem, is that if you say it's not that hot, that's the second that it starts to get, it's almost like when you do shrooms and you're like, I'm not even tripping yet. That's always the moment you start tripping.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
So I'm afraid to say that it's not that hot, but
I mean, in comparison to what this.
Yeah, let it sit for a second, and that's when you really start to feel the.
It's always trying to go down.
There's a little heat on this.
Yeah,
It's
not playing, dude.
it's a sleeper. It's
putting
creeper. It's a creeper, dude.
It's putting that
You remember
heat
like
on
smoking weed with people and be like, "It's a creeper, dude. I swear it's gonna hit in a second." It's often how this hot chicken goes, man. Because you hype yourself up so much to deal with it that you're you power through the first 3 bites and you're like, this ain't shit. And then once you start to begin to think about it, ha. Got the boom bap instrumental.
Where's Just Blaze from? Where's Just Blaze from?
Like it's a New York rapper.
Yeah.
A New York producer.
It's a very New York style.
He's like in the same. He's a contemporary of Timbaland.
That was like a very that sounded like
Swiss
a very
beats.
early Kanye beat. Like it would have been on like
That did sound a lot
so
like.
I was wondering if he was Midwestern. Uh-oh. All my life I got stuff.
You're not gonna be all right. Though.
Here's the thing. I think Kanye was inspired a lot by like New York style.
Yeah.
So that's
he
what
was with
happened.
Jay-Z, right?
Yeah. I think Kanye kind of put more like I feel like everything was real jazzy with New York instrumentals.
Yeah.
And then Kanye came in and started putting like New York instrumentals types, but with like more soul samples.
Yeah,
Soul
samples from like really obscure like French artists from like the 70s. And,
He brought
songs
an
never
element
heard.
of like when I wake up and look
Right.
at me with the chicken. Yeah.
Get that drop.
Scream it and let me tell you about my life.
This is a dope fucking instrumental. Come on, give me, come on, river, come and get me. It's a slow burn. Take it your turn.
Had to ride the road, it's my life. Had to ride the track. Lord knows I gotta keep me somewhere when you know
you've been hurt, been
down
down before.
before.
Chicken.
Oh my god.
This bird is slow.
This
I don't
bird
know
is
which
slow.
way to go.
Okay, so this is pretty
I
hot.
lost this flow. Yeah.
It's pretty hot. It's not. It's this is a good warm up
Yeah.
to what's coming with because this
It's
shit.
a nice fantastic. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let him look at it.
Seeds.
Oh, the pussy talking back to me.
Ugh. That's what I'm talking. Ugh.
Oh.
What happened to the lights? You blow a fuse? Yeah, we good though. All right. This chicken's so hot
That's
that
how hot that it's
Calls
actually
it.
knocking out lights in the studio, in the stew.
y'all ready to go in this?
Lights out hot.
Y'all ready to go in on this roof fast?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That one was what did catch up at the end. It is a slow burn because it's like the thing with hot chicken is the second you stop eating it is when you feel it. You have to keep eating.
You have to keep eating, yeah.
That's how they
yeah,
get you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is what it is.
Mine even looks a little bit evil.
Cheers,
Like
boys.
it looks like a chicken talent.
Yeah.
Let's go in. Let's get it.
The end, bro.
Oh no! When you get that smoky flavor, you know it's over.
Look at that. Look at that.
It's juicy.
Mm,
It's
look
talking
at
back to you.
that juicy shit right here. Oh, my God.
The End by Slow Burn. Madison, Tennessee.
Oh my God. Yo, Slow shout out. He's gonna kill it. Yeah. Oh.
That's how it makes me feel. I'm doing like I'm scatting to the chicken.
You sound like a young Daffy Duck.
Oh, the pussy talking back to me.
What's it saying to you, baby?
Oh, it's saying quit.
Little Dr. Tupac for that ass. Keep your head up. Yeah. They say the darker the chicken, the harder the mix. But guess what? I can cut my dick off. I'm gonna be fixed because I'm ill. Swallow pill. I just stay hard, golden full retard. I mean, oops, my bad. I didn't mean to say that. I'm rad. I mean, I just wanna cool this down a tad.
Smoking
man.
sativa like my name was Brad.
Oh,
Hey!
I'm that lad. Holy shit!
Y'all said I was crazy.
Holy shit!
This baby, oh shit. I'm ready to fight somebody right now. Oh,
Holy shit!
well, this fight.
Baby cry.
Baby's dead over
My son's in tears. Yeah, it's not fun. Is
Maybe the ranch will cool it off.
that what it is?
Right.
I don't have anything to dip it in.
Wait some
What's this instrumental?
Keep your head up by Tupac. Gotta pop your shirt off. gotta keep your head up.
I'm leaking.
Oh my God. Chance Willie, I hate your guts for thinking this podcast idea.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's all your fault.
Oh, I hate your guts. Oh, I hate your guts.
Holy shit.
I hate your guts.
Has anyone ever died from hot chicken?
Oh no. Maybe the first documented.
All right, well,
Same plan.
holy shit.
You have to make sure. The worst thing in the world is when it goes down the wrong hole. And so you have to do whatever it takes to not let that happen. By any means necessary.
Hey, can I get some of your water, Cory?
You already drinking water, dude. This is my water. That's why I told you I drink your water before the show.
Savor the flavor.
Yeah, dude. That's on you, baby. I'm sorry. It's a cold word out here, and I'm hot. That was the meanest thing. I'm sorry.
You know what? You know what it
I told
is.
you.
You know what? You know what needs to happen. I can pee in your mouth. You know that's how you make the.
Stop. Way to do it. That's
It's like a stingray.
Will it really,
We're
will
not
it, will it
doing it.
really work?
It'll work.
All right, I'll do it. Just pee. All right, just pee in my mouth. Well,
not doing
all right.
water sports.
Holy shit.
Oh, no.
Let's do a heat check. Isn't that what it's called? What do y'all call it?
Wet check.
Wet check. Wet check, Casey.
Oh, God. Oh, fuck this.
Holy shit.
God damn it. Oh. This is what the show's meant to be, though. All right, this is right here. Oh,
This is who we are.
oh my God.
I'm shivering. It's like I'm cold, but I'm not. I'm hot.
You got the flu, dude. Person!
Holy shit, man. Guys, if you're just tuning in, this is easily the hottest fucking chicken we've had on the show.
Bolton's move over.
Sorry for
Is
the
it? Is this the
lack
hottest
of-
Move
one?
over.
Is this the
Fort
hottest
Burns,
one?
the hottest chicken in Nashville, y'all.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, Casey, cut that instrumental. I'm about to have a riff-raff moment. Walk the fuck out of here.
Chances toasted.
Holy shit.
Oh boy.
All right, what's up, hotheads? If you're
What's happening? Yeah.
if you're just checking up,
We are died.
That
We're
is-
dead.
so the official ruling on the field is slow burn, the end, hot chicken. Right now,
No question.
hottest chicken I've had in
Yeah,
Nashville.
yeah.
It's hot as hell.
It is.
Oh, God.
You said it the best term. It is hot as hell.
Easily the hottest chicken I've had so far. Cory, was that hotter than Bolton's hot chicken?
Yes.
Bolton's was the one that we had, right?
Bones when we had.
So much
Yeah,
hotter.
we had it too at when we did that. When we did it at
that's
our
the one
place.
you
with the
hallucinated
gorilla.
on.
Yeah.
If you go back and you watch an earlier episode, it's like episode 3 or 4. We couldn't come to the studio because it was like going under some kind of renovation or something. So it's so hot. So we went to me and Matt lived together, and we went to our crib.
Separate beds.
Not separate rooms though. We all share one. We all share the living room, and we just have pallets.
It's like the Army.
It's like a sleepover
Urban.
every night. It's like a cool sleepover every night. We watch Spy Kids. We watch Small Soldiers. We watch all kinds of crazy movies.
Shock Boy and Lava Girl.
But we had to do an episode of The Crib one time, and that episode we did Bolton's, and it was the hottest
that shit
chicken.
outta here.
I thought at that time it was the hottest chicken in Nashville. This has easily usurped Bolton as the hottest chicken in Nashville
I mean,
so far.
it's. I mean, I hate to say it. It's retardedly hot.
Yeah, it's incomprehensibly hot.
I
Yeah.
want
It
to
really
make
is.
a nerdy reference right now.
I'm shivering. It's like
Do
I'm
you
cold.
remember- Do you remember in Dragon Ball Z
Yeah.
on Namek, right?
No.
When the planet's about to blow up. All the fucking lava and shit's about to,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
planet's about to blow up, right? And then Goku turns Super Saiyan, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like right there, but I
Yeah.
can't do it.
It's
I'm
all
about to
good.
explode, bro.
Here's what's going to happen, though. We're
Like
going to
the
push
bomb.
you into being Super Saiyan on this episode
Oh, yeah.
because we got a hot episode today that we want to talk about.
over 9,000!
How did he have that queued up? What? How did he have it?
It's not even a good
This
one.
is magic.
That is the best one. That's the right one.
Casey, best producer on the planet.
We're in hot chicken hell right now.
Oh my god.
Whoo! All right.
Everything is
Man,
magical.
I mean none of y'all.
Well, anyway, guys, hotheads, already off to a fucking blazing start. We got a hot episode for you today.
Oh my god.
We'll start
do it.
out with
What do you want to talk about today, Chance?
I was scrolling through Twitter, and I saw Travis Scott tweeted bumping Tom York in the system.
Yeah.
So apparently, okay, so earlier this week, Radiohead sued Lana Del Rey for using parts of Creep in her song, apparently. Like, she had some, I don't know what the song was, but she's suing Lana Del Rey. It's been like this whole debacle. And then Travis Scott, who's like one of my favorites, came out and pretty much was like, he alluded to the fact that he's like, fuck it, I'm with Radiohead on this one, you know?
Yeah.
I
Or
haven't heard the song, so I can't tell how much difference.
It's
Creep?
very, very close. No,
It
the
is?
Lana
Oh,
Del
you
Rey-
haven't heard the
Del Rey
Lana
song?
Del Rey song?
Yeah.
Did you hear it, Matt? Did
Yeah,
you hear
yeah.
the song?
Yeah. Well, I'm a huge Lana fan.
Do you actually like Lana Del Rey?
No.
I actually kind of like Lana Del Rey. I like songs of
The
hers.
song is extreme. It's the part
Uncanny?
that, yeah, it's pretty uncanny.
Really? So
Yeah,
it's
pretty
that
close.
it's close enough.
But the
to-
funniest part about that is that Radiohead got sued
Sued
by a
for-
band called the Hollies
The
for
Hollies.
taking the exact same part of the song back in
So
the day.
you think it's gonna be like another suit, but like, yo, we need money off of that.
Yeah,
that chord progression is cursed. That's what it is. It's
yeah.
just- you're-
It's like that Stairway to Heaven
Yeah.
fucking riff.
You're doomed to be financially cursed forever if you use
Yeah.
that particular rhythm in a song or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was crazy that Travis Scott would come out and say that he was blasting.
I'm under
York of
the
Radiohead.
I'm under the assumption that I don't think that it was connected whatsoever.
Yeah,
Yeah, Travis Scott doesn't really seem to me like the kind of guy that would be keeping up with something like that,
I don't know.
or
He's
or
he
have
would
like an opinion.
Or even he would support Lana more than anything. Cause
You think so?
Lana is more of a
Lana
contemporary.
Del Rey.
Yeah, they're more
it's lamer.
contemporary. But Travis Scott is also one of those guys who uses a lot of experimentation, especially to you tend to forget when you listen to Travis Scott because his flows are pretty straightforward, but the way that he experiments with music on his production is like, all right, this guy's obviously like a music head. Like he's of that Kanye West camp where he's like, we were just talking about how Kanye West draws from a lot of influences that aren't necessarily like in the rap community to like introduce, especially into his beat making process.
Yeah.
That and I think Travis Scott is kind of the same camp along with Kid Cudi. Like they all draw from like these crazy like artistic outside, often like indie rock, influences.
Yeah.
Especially Kanye West. He fucks with like Francis and the Lights very consistently.
Yeah.
Consistently. I mean, that's the nature of like rap music now is so versatile that I mean, you almost have to do that stuff to like branch out and get. It's been that way with sampling culture since the beginning.
Yeah.
So it stands to reason that Travis Scott could actually be like a big Radiohead fan or something.
I hate Radiohead.
I
You don't like
only,
Radiohead? I'm
only like one Radiohead song.
Was it Creep?
No, it's Paranoid Android.
It's a good song.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
I like
it has-
Karma Police.
'cause Karma
That's
Police
a
is
that's a
dope.
great Radiohead song.
I heard I was listening to what is this fucking reggae band cover right cover.
That's the aftershock.
I'm
that has
feeling
nothing to do
fluish
with the
from this
temperature.
chicken.
That
Oh,
has
yeah.
everything to do with your body overcompensating.
It's 80 degrees in here, but
My
now
brain
I've
is
got the chills from
short-circuited
this
right
chicken.
now.
I'm shivering, but I don't feel cold. That's the weirdest part. Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying about you're a paranoid android?
Yeah, there's this video from this old German cartoon and it's Austrian cartoon.
Yeah.
That they use for the video, and I remember seeing it on old MTV, like late '90s, and being like, visually it was crazy because like it was this guy in a beanie who and his one black friend, and they would just get into mishaps. Like one guy was in S&M clothes trying to cut down a light pole with an axe. And then fucks up and then cuts all his arms and legs off.
Yeah.
Or then like that's right when like
Star Wars Episode 3.
Yeah, yeah, exactly like that.
I've got the higher ground,
going to
Anakin.
strip
On
club
the
and,
mining planet of Mustafa.
Yeah, like check out
Yeah.
the, like
Yeah.
it was a crazy video. Like I remember it being like one of those like. Also, I was like 9 and cartoons are still dope.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still dope to me now, but like anything in cartoon form was more digestible to me.
Yeah.
So like I didn't even know I liked the song. I just liked the video.
Yeah.
And then later in life, I was like, I heard the song. I was like, I remember this song
Yeah.
somewhere. And then it's a cool little video.
Yeah.
Check out the Paranoid Android video.
Yeah,
Check it out. Check it out.
the radio. I've been like kind of like an on and off. I feel like here's how I feel. Like how Lil Yachty was talking about like Tupac. Is he here? Is he here right now?
Lil Buck.
You know how he was talking about like I just don't. He has a disconnect with like Tupac and Biggie and like old rappers.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Radiohead. Like I feel like
That's a much better way than he worded it, but yeah, he just said I don't like that shit.
He's I mean he was making a good point in that it's like people so often just like tie themselves to these influences because like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And I've always felt like I don't know, like if you're like an artsy guy and you listen to rock music, you're supposed to have this insane appreciation for Radiohead. It's like I like their song, like some songs, but I don't. It's just a little bit boring most of the time for me.
It's all super boring. That's the best way to put it.
Oh, it's so much of it. There's been so much of it.
Yeah.
I mean, when there's rock music,
Critical mass.
Like,
there's only so much that can
since
happen.
What, the 50s,
Yeah.
60s. It's been so much.
The 1950s,
1950s, right?
1850s.
They were boot scooting boogie in the Civil War.
That sounds racist for some reason.
Boot scoot boogie it just sounds racist. It doesn't
like
technically have any racial connotations, but just
it
does sound racist.
Boot sounds like it would be the Mexicans in this situation, the Mexicans, and then Scoot would be Chinese. And then Boogie
Can we
would be...
turn down the fucking edgy
black people?
You're the one
said it sounded racist. You stupid bitch. You're the one that said that it was fucking racist.
Casey was like, "You want to be on the episode today?" I was like, "This is a bad call, man. This is a bad idea."
It was like all eat chicken.
There's gonna be a problematic. We're gonna have some fucking emails.
You're
Nobody's watching.
Boot sounds
Nobody
fun.
cares.
This shit in my face.
But yeah, man. Anyway, I guess while we're kind of on that stream of Lil Yachty talking about old influences and stuff,
let's talk about
coming into 2018, and this is very seriously. I know Cory, you and me kind of tend to be on opposite ends of the spectrum of like
skin color.
I told you this was a bad idea. I said the blood is on your hands, Casey.
You're gonna take the show,
but
you want to make the obvious jokes. Please continue.
Make it layups. By all means, make it racist layups.
Please. Your field goal percentage is gonna be way above the end of the show, dude.
That's what it's about. It's about percentage.
It's all about
But
percentage.
we're on the opposite sides of the fence on like conscious rap versus kind of like I guess mumble rap, hype rap, like whatever you want to call like modern rap right now. Seriously, coming into 2018, man, I do want to get like a little more into lyrical hip hop. I kind of started when I started listening to rap. I listened to a lot more of that. And just as of late, I've been kind of been a paradigm shift towards more like
because you want to party.
Atlanta trap music.
Because you want to party.
I want to party, and largely in part to the fact that I do not smoke marijuana anymore, and I just like I don't have the capacity for like picking apart and enjoying lyrics, I think, as much as I used to, which is maybe just like an excuse for me not to delve into the craft enough. Long story short, I've been listening to a lot of trap. I like the atmospheric nature of like of really cool bangers, Lil Uzi Vert, beginning Lil Yachty, love the Migos, all this good stuff, all this great new music that's everybody knows who the Migos are.
Podcast won't be a Migos rodeo. Turn that off now. Will not be a rodeo. With the Culture 2 comes out, then we can get on the rodeo.
Like I said, Cory, not as partial to the Migos as I am.
You're not a fan of the Migos?
I fucks with them, okay?
Anywho.
I fucks with them. Okay?
I feel like we're hitting critical mass with the Migos.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, well,
I think they're going to split.
There's overexposure for Migos.
And it's Offset's year. That's my prediction. It's Offset's year this year. That's my prediction. Quavo's going to go into the backdrop. Offset's going to shine this year.
We'll see.
But anyway,
continue your point.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm gonna come off. Yeah, do it again.
I'll play something more your speed.
Thank you.
But
do you have any slam poetry over there under?
I need a one You better. We're gonna fight.
Anyway,
gotta get this man fired up.
Oh my god. Let the man finish his point so I can give him counterpoint, and then he can interject.
that's a dynamic here, Casey.
Yeah. There's too many fucking working parts of this thing.
So I want to get back into kind of conscious hip hop, yada yada yada. I want to talk today about like what makes conscious hip hop or conscious rap. What
do you think?
like?
Can I ask?
What makes it conscious?
Yeah.
Who would you think is like off the top of your head? Who's someone that's like a contemporary conscious hip hop rapper that you are looking to like get into? Are you looking to go back, or are you looking for someone that's like contemporary?
I feel like the way to go is back.
Yes, all of it. Well, yeah, kind of. I feel like there's not going to be the contemporary conscious hip hop guys right now. I don't love all their music. Like J. Cole is like, I guess he's kind of like the number one like woke rapper right now.
Yeah.
And some of his music,
unfortunately, isn't that sad that would be the number one?
Well,
like,
no. I'm sorry. It's Kendrick Lamar.
Go platinum off no features, bro.
But I think of like Kendrick Lamar and Jay-Z exist in this other place, and then it's J. Cole is like the he's the other guy. He's like the Nas of the situation.
Yeah.
Like
that's fair. That's fair assessment.
And I feel like there are songs that I really enjoy, and I just don't feel like he has a lot of depth in his music, regardless of the fact that it's on old beats. You know?
I mean, like, what was Dead Prophets? What was the one? False Prophets, the one he came out with last year?
I didn't listen to a lot of it. That's what I'm saying. Is there actual like cutting material
stuff
on there?
in there, man? Like the one that
was that what
a lot of it's a lot of it.
He was shooting. He was like shooting subtle shots at Kanye.
Oh, really?
In that song,
but a lot of even J. Cole's deepest stuff still feels very surface level compared to other quote unquote conscious rappers. Like a lot of his stuff feels like very like almost fake woke, like almost like Instagram, like
what is
cursive posts that like say.
What is conscious rap to you? What kind of?
I think
what's your parameters for conscious rap?
Like a contemporary example that I think doesn't get nearly enough play than he should is someone like Joey Badass.
Okay.
Dude, Joey Badass is he's another contemporary conscious guy, right?
Yeah. I love Joey Badass
because why is he conscious? Because there is social commentary in his music, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the main parameter for being.
It sounds like old Brooklyn hip hop, right?
Yeah. The reason that I put him above J. Cole is that Joey Badass is he's a lot more aggressive. Like there's a lot more punch behind his words, whereas with J. Cole it's a lot more of just like. It almost sounds like he always like just took the hit. He's like, what about this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's all. But like with Joey Badass, he's like, no, I have something to fucking say. Like he's always like leaning forward almost. Whereas with J. Cole, it's like it's hard to be I guess it's conscious because he's like he's saying things that sound very sit back and think about it.
Well, it's like it's like the guy in the like smoke sesh that like thinks he has a lot of deep points to make.
Yeah,
it's like a guy who just got high, realizing realizing very baseline things about the world. And I don't know if that's necessarily conscious of like to just like I don't want to. And then there's like the opposite end of the spectrum. Why is my computer restarting right now? There's the opposite end of the spectrum.
Too much porn. Just be real.
I've never watched porn on this computer. I refuse to do it. It's just, you know what I have watched a lot of on this computer, though? Anime. And that's taken me to some weird websites that have like... It's almost worse than just watching porn for your computer. Because you have to go to the craziest places to stream anime with all these insane ads and all this bullshit. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Okay, so Joey Badass obviously has a lot of social commentary in his music. He comments a lot on politics. Sometimes, I think, to the detriment of like... how
radio
good the songs sound. Well, yeah, radio play too. Yeah. J. Cole's on the Neighbors Think I'm Selling Dope was a commentary on how, like a black man moving into a nice neighborhood and he has all these expectations or his neighbors have these expectations of him and all this insane
you're selling
stuff.
dope and the SWAT team comes to the crib.
Right. You can't have your friends over because people think that shady shit's going on. That's a social commentary. I get it. That's conscious rap and it's a cool song, right?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. There's a lot of, I don't just think like talking about, just rapping over boom bap instrumentals doesn't make it conscious.
No, it's
right?
all about the lyrics. It's all about the words being said.
It's all about the lyricism.
It's all about the story being told.
Exactly. So here's my thing, though. Okay, so 90s West Coast rap. Is it considered conscious rap? Is gangsta rap conscious rap?
Yes.
Why is it considered conscious rap?
Because of the narrative.
I think so too.
The stories that's being told within it. You know what I mean? Like Express Yourself, NWA, straight out of Compton, like. What I mean, like now I'm struggling to think of some other West Coast stuff that was hot. You know what I mean? Like what Tupac. Like Tupac was conscious, but also he'll bust your head at the same time too. You know, I mean, I think gangster rap is
really
conscious.
anything NWA.
Yeah. Anything
NWA,
like,
Dr. Dre.
Easy.
Well, when Dr. Dre was partying,
Snoop.
Anything on Death Row, right?
I don't think Snoop's conscious.
You don't think Snoop's conscious?
Snoop's
Why?
Nah, Snoop's
if Snoop's not conscious, Biggie's for sure not conscious.
No, I wouldn't say Biggie's conscious.
You don't think Biggie's conscious rap?
No.
Biggie was party music when he came out, right?
Yeah.
But Biggie Snoop was talking about. But
Snoop was G-Funk though. Snoop was. But
Biggie was partying.
Overall, like we were talking earlier before the show, it's like you have to think of it as a song by song case.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I think the most conscious song that Biggie has is "Sky's the Limit."
Okay.
Right. I don't know if you guys remember that track. It talks about growing up and having to sell drugs.
It's
when
a
he was
story
15.
about
It's
the
it's that.
struggle, the hustle, the
Yeah,
streets.
you know
It's
what I
all
mean?
in there. All the components are in there,
know
but
what
it's
I mean?
still still has a cool like flow. He has a
Yeah.
bouncy flow.
Yeah.
And then once Biggie started making some money, he started making party music.
The hits
did
were
he
party
not?
music. The hits were
The
party
hits
music.
were party music.
You know what I mean? Like songs like
Those
Me and My
Benzes, yeah, exactly.
like Me and My Bitch. That was, I would say it's more of a love story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, when rappers talk about their feelings, I feel like it's conscious too at the same time. So I feel like it's, if you can go internally and express outward love towards somebody or tell a great story about loving somebody.
It's about a narrative.
You know?
It's about self-awareness.
Yeah.
And I think speaking genuinely about your situation.
Yeah.
Right? So I think in that essence, gangster rap is conscious rap.
Yeah.
I think Snoop Dogg is conscious rap because he's describing.
Nice about what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about, maybe not later Snoop Dogg, even later Snoop Dogg. Even Snoop Lion is technically conscious music.
That's true.
Because it is self-awareness and discussing his narrative, right?
True.
So if that's true, Snoop Dogg said on the
breakfast. Redact my statement about Snoop Dogg not being conscious.
Yeah.
Now
because he makes fun music, right? So it's like, yeah.
But like Pip and Snoop Dogg kept it real.
Yeah.
Like Pip and Snoop Dogg, like he taught you the game while spitting bars.
Exactly.
I feel you on that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was smooth. That's the coolest thing. When I think about Snoop Dogg, I just think, God, he's so smooth and cool. It's like it's very. I love listening to Snoop Dogg. But I was listening to the Breakfast Club interview with Snoop Dogg today, and he was talking about this is like last year, and he was saying that like new rap is gangster rap, right? Like 21 Savage is like the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah.
Is 21 Savage because he's discussing his real narrative over rap music? Is 21 Savage technically conscious rap? Because he is being honest and truthful about his narrative. I think so.
say no.
Why is that?
I say no because I think there's a huge difference between commenting on your situation and dissecting your situation.
And it's like I feel like 21 Savage on his raps, he's talking shit.
Yeah.
He's not telling you a story, he's just talking shit.
He's just talking.
He's just like, it's like talking about not tipping bitches and not eating booty and stuff like that. Like what are you saying?
So you feel no depth
No
or substance?
Like nothing. I can't. I mean, because I can't totally relate to him. I can't. I grew up in the suburbs, so you know what I mean. Shit like that. I can't.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
can't fully relate.
None of us
to a
can
brother-
front like where
to-
we
I can't
actually
relate
know anything about
to
that
a
situation.
brother like
here.
a savage. Nah. I
Yeah,
can't,
like there's
but-
no way we could be like, no, he's not. Yeah,
No,
there's
but
no
like-
way we could claim that.
But like, if his lyrics will make you rock, like say Most Steps would, or Talib Kweli's would, or like you get more into what he's actually saying. Like I feel like with conscious rap, you get into what they're actually saying more so than what actually is going on with the production, the beat, and stuff like that.
So there's some substance or depth to the music.
It has to be substance of depth, at least to the lyrics, as means to the 16 bars that they are spitting, or however many they choose to spit in that particular verse, that time period. That is that, and if it's clever and it tells a story at the same time, then yeah, it's conscious.
Okay, so it's not just it's conscious rap is more of like a style than like an actual commentary.
Yeah, it's a
that's
style.
what I think.
It's a style.
I think tossing around the term conscious rap has been an excuse for people to be like, to not validate new music a lot. Like to not validate that it has any central narrative or any, driving stuff like that.
If a rap song's not hard, it's conscious. You know what I mean? That's why that is the impression.
Right. That's and I feel like
mean?
that's a dangerous mindset,
Yeah.
I think it almost like it belittles the narrative of like people.
Absolutely. It becomes a lot more excusatory, where you can just be like, oh, this is bad because it's conscious.
True.
You know what I mean? Where you can just be like, oh, this doesn't get any play, that's because it's conscious. Like, no, maybe it's just because it's fucking bad.
I think the opposite is true too. I think that like if you hear like somebody like 21 Savage and you're listening to that, especially that Savage Mode tape he did with Metro Boomin, it's like he's actually talking about like his experience in much in the same way Tupac or Biggie would. It's just not he's.
No.
It's just his skill level is less, but it doesn't change the fact that his narrative is true in these songs specifically, where he's not just talking about shit, he's actually talking about his life. Yeah. So, because he's not as skillful an artist, is it not conscious? because Kendrick's obviously the top of that game, right? Because he has something else. He has some muse or inspiration that allows him to.
Now you're talking levels to it.
Yeah.
Now you're talking levels and then different styles. Each rapper is different with their own style.
But it's also, that's when it comes down to that. I mean, Kendrick is a perfect example of when it comes down to a case by case, a song by song basis, because you could just look at Damn and be like, DNA is so very clearly not a conscious rap song. I mean, that's just a hard song.
Yeah.
That is just it's a hype song. It's just a song you listen to get hype. Whereas I can't think of the name of the song, but the song near the end of the album where he each verse is like him when he's 17, him when he's 27, and him when he's 37.
Yeah.
Where he's just like explaining where he was in life at those different points of his life.
Right.
That is about as conscious as a 2017 rap song can get.
Exactly.
Would you say that if you just heard DNA or even Humble, would you say that Kendrick Lamar isn't a conscious rapper? No. But if you just listen to that one song that I was just explaining,
just DNA,
would you say he can't write a hype song? No, because you just know that that's not
exactly
true.
Because you're aware. I think even a part of being,
but even if it's hype
conscious
stuff, his popular stuff is also conscious at the same
exactly
time.
because he's conscious. He's aware.
He even
of,
has songs like that.
He's aware of the rap.
Is that way.
He's aware of the rap landscape, and he's aware of just the human condition. Is DNA is that's conflict. That is what we all feel inside. Conflict against.
Is swimming pools conscious?
Oh yes,
swimming pools is another good example.
I think maybe one of his most conscious songs because it is totally about it's about how alcohol is destructive and destroys you.
Well, I mean,
it's satire. It's literally satire.
One of the deepest cuts possible is like on Good Kid, Mad City. Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst is like probably one of the most conscious songs I've ever heard in my life. And it's not.
That's a heavy song.
Yeah.
Are you crying right now, Matt?
I'm just. It's just she turned into a hooker.
Right. And then he said,
"I never fade away." Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, he didn't finish, man."
Or the part. I mean, this is just about as deep cut as it goes. But like in Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, when he's talking as the girl that he's talking about, and he says, "I'll never fade away. I'll never fade away. I'll never fade away." And then when he finishes the verse, it fades out.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ!
That's an artist, man.
Yeah.
That's an artist.
Yeah.
That's artistry. And I will admit there are levels to there are levels to like artistry and how good people are. You can't say that just because somebody has like a different cool like sound in mumble rap that it is more technically
now, Matt, I have to disagree
skillful.
with you on something real fast. I think DNA is a conscious song.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think DNA.
I kind of think so too.
Like not even just with the part of the Geraldo clip that's in there.
Yeah.
But it's very much like, if I can't recall all the lyrics off the top of my head, but like it's very much like a call to action within himself, a proof like, hey, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Right.
More so, and not in a very misogynistic way. This is like he's talking about like you probably are pussy in your DNA. I'm like lying.
That's my favorite part.
Like
it's probably all that.
more,
It's that
you know
sucker
what I mean?
shit.
Sucker shit inside.
That's sucker shit in your DNA, dude.
Like,
that is
yo,
huge. That's a huge. That's a commentary on just like.
I think DNA is a very motivational song.
Yeah.
Depends how you perceive it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
But everything Kendrick does is like even his delivery is a commentary on the state of rap.
Sure.
Like you were talking about swimming pools. The most incredible part of swimming pools to me is that it feels like he purposely took what sounds like at the time. It's the only song on there that is like satirical about how you shouldn't be telling people to drink.
Yeah.
And then it sounds like a Young Money beat.
Well, Backseat
Does
Freestyle's
it
that
not
same way.
Yeah, exactly.
Where that's like a satire of like a hype song.
Right, exactly. But he's also saying, I felt this in my life, but I acknowledge that it's like it's weak to resort to violence and like and like acting like you're the shit, but also that's a part of like who I am. It's a struggle. There's a struggle. There's an inherent struggle in Kendrick's. His entire like being is like that's what Damn is. It's a struggle within himself, man, and it's incredible. Listen to Swimming Pools. It sounds like a Drake and Lil Wayne instrumental, and it's the only song on there that sounds like that. Like you don't think he purposely did that? Like I need something that sounds like a fucking Young Money.
It sounds a lot like that beat. That beat
the...
sounds a lot like the Hell Yeah Fucking Right beat.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. It does.
It do.
Yeah, what was the Lil Wayne Drake song that was on the Sprite commercial?
Introduction to Kendrick too with Swimming Pools. Like it like here is Swimming Pools, and then like everybody was brought in by everything else. You know what I mean? Like
If the craziest part, if that talk about divisive, man, it was
Yeah.
like it was either like when that came out, I think it was like in high school. I was in high school,
Oh.
and it was either people were like, be at that party when swimming pools comes on. People
Yeah.
are either drinking to it and
Yeah.
using it as an excuse to drink more,
Yeah.
or there's people like, oh shit, like this
Yeah.
kind of makes me cringe
Like,
to
when
think
you-
about
when
like
you pass out.
right,
Like,
yeah.
oof,
Oh god, yeah, it's gross. It is. It is, man. Yeah. So Kendrick definitely conscious
I
rap.
mean, like he's like
Joey
the top,
Badass.
He's the top right now. Kendrick's the top. of
Right.
What it is. I think every rapper has the ability to be conscious. And
Right.
I think the idea of conscious rap is intermingled
Right.
too much so in every genre. It's just the artist's willingness to be that. And,
Right.
Yeah.
and maybe they have songs like that. Maybe Future has a conscious song.
Yeah. Exactly.
Doubt it.
Right.
Know, like
The most conscious thing Future has ever said. I remember this because I thought it was just hilarious. But back in I think the song came out in 2015 or 16. Whenever the vast majority of the cops shooting black kids happened, was he said in March Madness, "Cop shooting, it's tragic," and that was all he. That's the only that's the only progressive thing he's ever said in one of
Yeah.
his songs. Everything
Yeah.
else is just
Well,
Molly
Future is
Percocet.
not. Future's the least
Yeah,
conscious
exactly.
dude. Man.
Exactly.
Like, Future does
And that's
not
the thing
give a
is that you
shit.
would
Future's
never-
just collecting a check. I like his music, but I'm not gonna act like it's
Yeah.
conscious rap. That's
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's like turn my brain off, just have a good time music.
Yeah.
But I think there are especially I know I keep coming back to 21 Savage. I feel like people will say Macklemore is a conscious rapper, but 21 Savage is not because Macklemore
I thought it was gay.
because Macklemore is
21
more
Savage.
technically
Yeah.
more technically proficient at
Yeah.
rapping
Yeah.
doesn't mean you're saying anything.
Yeah.
Listen to Tech 9. He's fast, he's technically proficient. Listen to new Eminem. He's fast, he's technically proficient. They're not talking about anything. And just because you're fucking rapping fast on a 90s boom bap beat does not make it conscious music. And I'm tired of that shit, dude. I think you can say
Obviously, this
you
man's
can
got
say a
real
lot
feelings
more with a
about
lot less. You can say so much more. Pharrell Williams says so much more with so much less.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
Yeah.
It's true. He's so smooth though.
Because he's happy.
You can, yeah.
You
Yeah.
you
He's
just clap
incredible.
along. You know?
Pharrell
True.
Williams is
You know,
a gem.
I wonder how big his bed of money is.
Oh, it's stupid.
It's stupid big,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You gotta have one of those he has 3 California king beds
Yeah.
made out of money.
Yeah.
He's
It has
living.
to. It has to.
You know that's why he's so damn happy.
so fucking
I'd be that
happy.
happy too
Yo,
if I was.
like
yeah.
I thought Pharrell was
if I could
falling
afford
off.
a big hat.
Right, I thought Pharrell was falling off. Then Happy came out. I was
Mhm.
like,
He got on that
Nah.
Ellen train.
yo, that's
Yeah.
really the hook, man.
Yeah.
You know, Pharrell has a song with
What?
Pharrell has a song with Lil Uzi Vert. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know
It's
that.
called Neon Guts.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool. It's so cool. And that's the thing too is you see Kendrick and Pharrell hopping on songs with Rich the Kid and Lil Uzi Vert. It's
Yeah.
they obviously think this also plays a part in the narrative. I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
is what I'm
Yeah,
the
totally good.
overarching thing.
It's all hip hop, which is
Yeah.
the beautiful thing.
I think
about it.
Vince Staples is one of the most conscious rappers.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about Vince?
North
man?
North.
What's your-
Oh, I mean, I
ain't
fucking
never
love
none but
Vince
Police.
Staples. And yeah,
Yeah.
he's just another one. He's
That's-
just the West Coast Joey
Like,
Badass.
I
as far as
enjoy
I'm concerned.
Summertime on
You know?
that
Six.
kind of
So
is.
album.
They are in the same lane. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's almost like Vince, Tupac, Joey Badass, Biggie. I always put it in those because it's easy to think of things like East Coast, West Coast,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and if they're both got that
But it's no longer about coast anymore.
no.
It's not like it has been like that
No.
for maybe last
No.
5,
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
years.
I mean,
Like,
ASAP's from the Bronx, and they sound like
and
3-6
it says
Mafia.
Like 3-6.
Yeah.
Like a motherfucker.
Dude, I
So,
love
like,
ASAP Rocky.
No.
Yeah, I think ASAP Rocky songs have been conscious.
Yeah.
I've heard conscious songs from ASAP Rocky. That's just one too. Is sometimes you just want to sound something that sounds cool, like Rick
Yeah.
Ross, ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
It's just I don't care what they're saying really. It just sounds so good and cool, you know. And that's a style. That's like an intangible thing. It has nothing to do with their lyricism. It's a lot to do with just their beats and delivery.
Sure.
It's just damn, they sound so
Mhm.
good.
Yeah.
Vince Staples too. A lot
Yeah.
of Vince Staples songs. He always has something to say, but a lot of it is just God, this is
And
so
you can
cool.
believe what Vince is saying too.
Yeah.
Like Vince
Right.
if it comes up with the person's like, I live my raps. He ain't he does what he does, but he
Right.
definitely lives his rap.
He has an
Yes.
his music is a lot of introspective commentary on gangbanging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is,
Yeah.
but there's an overarching. Watch any of his videos, listen to his music,
Yeah.
watch his interviews. he's very clearly like involved with the community and
Yeah.
wants no fucking part.
What's no problem?
And
Yeah,
that
well,
it realizes
Vince
that
is
it's
just
dumb.
Vince is like kind of. I mean, for being from pretty much his exact same area, he's like the same typecast as Kendrick Lamar. Is that kind of the like the weird little artsy kid that was hanging around a bunch of gangbangers and was kind of he was never really a part of the scene, but it was a lot of that like flower in a dark room that he talks about in that Kendrick talks about in whatever.
Is
that
that a
one
Pimp
song
a
is.
Butterfly?
It's
No,
like,
that was Good Kid, Mad City.
it's
If I
like-
told you that a flower
That would
bloomed in a dark room,
would you trust it?
Wait, I can't think of.
That's
the song.
like when the
Poetic
homies-
Justice.
Poetic Justice.
with Drake.
But-
Awesome Drake
Yeah,
feature.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's a shame they
They
had a,
fell out, man. I still listen to Poetic Justice today. I definitely love that Janet Jackson sample on that. Oh man.
That
Yeah.
soft skin and
Oh,
that big
man.
ass and that sundress. Ooh.
yeah. Good God. That's
Oh, my God.
that's a fantastic.
Definitely my favorite song. One of my favorite songs to smash to.
Smash to
Yeah.
Poetic Justice.
Yeah, that's like
Oh.
that's good like foreplay music.
Oh, all right. Hey, yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
song. Kendrick's got a new one on that album that came out last year, called Love. Did
Yeah.
you listen to that one? I like
Yeah.
that song, man.
Yeah.
Some people say that's the weakest spot on the album, but it's on the
It's like
radio
it has
now, and
to-
I really enjoy
It has
it.
to be a spot for songs like that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I need a new rap, a new hip hop love song to go big. You know?
Right.
Mhm.
No such thing exists anymore.
Well, I mean, that's essentially Bryson Tiller's entire career, right? Is to be just like fucking music.
True. I mean, yeah. Anderson .Paak too.
Anderson
Anderson
yeah.
.Paak too.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think he's got something else going on.
Think so?
You can't put Bryson Tiller and Anderson .Paak in the same like.
They're in the same lane. but
They're not in the same bracket, dude.
More
Anderson .Paak
friendly.
is something else, man. That dude's incredible. That
gonna
dude's
be
he's gonna be a Bonnaroo this year, which we're gonna
Yo,
talk
that's
about
about
today
it.
on the
Yeah.
on the podcast. We're gonna
Lineup
get to that.
just dropped today.
Yeah, man.
Rue
I got it.
2018.
I brought it back up on my phone, my computer.
Word.
But
It's gonna be ill.
yeah, man. That Anderson .Paak, man. Did you see his? I almost called him Anderson Pac-Man. Anderson Pac-Man Jones. He
I'm a
he.
Pac-Man noise, by the way.
Anderson .Paak like plays the drums. He's like, did you
Real
see
Michael Winslow.
his NPR performance? Did you see that?
Thank you.
He's slamming on drums and doing his whole thing throughout the entirety.
Okay, so-
Watch the NPR Tiny Desk with Anderson .Paak. You're gonna be like, this guy. Yeah, he's something else, dude. Did you know I watched his Narwhal interview. He was really into like 80s hardcore punk. Pardon me for the burp. Do you know that?
They know that now.
That dude has just like all these insane, like
I think
wild
we all
influences.
Have different musical tastes that nobody really knows about.
Yeah,
Some
man.
artists,
But
if you're gonna be
Of course,
into it,
everybody
you know.
does, but it's like
Yeah.
when you can incorporate those elements into your music, that's like
That's
that's
true.
that's an
That's
artist.
true.
That's an artist right there.
That's true.
Yeah, man. But yeah, do you wanna get into the Bonnaroo lineup? Or
Yeah,
you,
let's
you
get into
going-
that. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Have you seen the lineup, Matt?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
I haven't.
So personal highlights for me. I'll go ahead and get it up on my.
Do you want to just
my phone.
read through it and just analyze person by person who's going to be on it?
Yeah, read through.
And what you think?
got? What you got?
All right. Starting off, headlining Bonnaroo.
Sunday. I hope that's Sunday night, last show. Everybody at the farm is going to be there. That's Eminem.
Eminem.
I'm kind of pumped up for Eminem.
Yeah.
Just so fact, I think. All right, this last album, I have
What's it called?
mixed feelings on it. Very mixed feelings.
Guys, I'm
on
gonna
it.
give you a little betting music to do this. A little
Yeah,
betting.
do your thing,
please
Casey.
do. Like, oh yeah, Story Jose. Stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking Eminem. I'm excited just for his catalog. Eminem has just a gigantic catalog, and
Right.
and if Eminem can do a 3-hour set, he can do 2 or 3 songs, maybe 4 or 5 songs on his new album.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind because you're gonna come back with the Real Slim Shady. You're gonna come
Yeah.
back with My Name Is. You're gonna come back with Guilty Conscience. You're gonna come back with.
You think he's gonna do that guest verse he had on Big Sean's album where he says "ass raper"? Think he's
I
gonna
don't
do
think
that?
so.
Did he say that?
Yeah,
Dude,
and that
Eminem's
Big
got to
Sean
chill,
song.
man. Like
Eminem has no chills. Never had a chill.
that
No
shit is,
chill.
dude. That shit has not been cute. It wasn't cute when Tyler the Creator did it, but it's like that.
Eminem was
just
not
like
changed. Eminem was not changed.
talking about
He's
raping
gotten older.
girls and all that. Like, just I'm gonna cut your head off. All that fucking strange
Kill
music
You was
shit.
one of the best songs
shit-
of the Marshall Mathers LP.
I'm pretty sure
talked
he
about,
said
like,
that he was gonna come at Jamie Lee Curtis like an ass raper. If I remember that verse correctly, that's what he said.
And I don't know. That's
As a 50-something-year-old man.
when Eminem
something,
when
yeah.
Eminem came out, that was part of his style and it set him apart. It was a stylistic
Yeah.
move. It used it well and he had a lot of dope songs. But now it's just like, what the fuck are you still talking about
Yeah.
this shit for, man? It's creepy. You're an old dude. Stop.
You old, man.
This is old.
You old.
This is old shit. So Eminem,
Shout
yeah,
out
that,
to
you see
Marshall.
Eminem.
Be yourself, Marshall.
You see, nobody's going to see Eminem for the new shit. Everyone wants to see the catalog. I agree. I'd see Eminem
Play the
right
hits.
Play the
now. Yeah,
hits, man.
I've heard people say. I have
Right.
seen Eminem and been like,
Clean
"It's
out
the
my
best
closet,
show."
bruh.
Yeah,
Mm.
you see the hits. That's
Yeah.
it. You like Eminem, Matt?
No, I don't. I mean, that's
don't like
one of-
Eminem? I thought you
I
would.
am very, very opposed to Eminem. Actually,
Like,
Really?
life, like
I'm a huge
before your
not
life?
fan of.
Yeah, like always.
Yeah,
Okay.
I always have
Well,
been.
that's your opinion.
Yeah. It's just I'm with you on the like. I was just never a big fan of that like the Slim Shady was just like a little just like grow up for me. You know, it's like come on, like what are we talking about here?
Right.
And then after that, there's two Eminems. There's that one where it's just like you're a 20-something-year-old talking like a 13-year-old, and then after that he was just every song was about either his ex-wife or his daughter. And I was like I can't really relate to any of this. Every single song. Every single song.
When did you start listening to Eminem?
I mean, fucking. It was probably post Slim Shady, or no, it was probably during Slim Shady. It was like the My
Like
Name
the
Is
real
time.
Like, okay, that's
Yeah.
like early Eminem.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What songs on that album? My Name Is. Guilty
Hi
Conscious,
kids, do you like violence?
The Marshall Mathers
Which
LP?
is my
Want to see
favorite
me
karaoke
stab
song to
9-inch
do.
nails through each one of my
If
eyelids?
you catch me out at the karaoke bar, I may do My Name Is.
Yeah.
And kill it every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really fun song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really fun song.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs on that record I can rap front to back. What was it? Slim Shady, then Marshall Mathers LP. You ever heard his first tape, the Infinity tape?
I'm not.
Dude, he's got some dope songs on there. It's very stripped down, but it's cool. Talk about conscious rap. That shit is awesome. Yeah, I started listening to Eminem when I was like probably like 8, 9, 10, so it had a different resonance for me. The first songs I heard from Eminem were the ones where he was just having fun, and they weren't even necessarily like very like, you know, when he was talking about like cutting people up and raping people. They were like, he would just do like wacky songs,
Yeah.
and they would get a little racy sometimes, but like it was just fun. Like he just had fun music, you know. Round the outside, round the outside. Like that was probably the first song I heard.
It always sounded very nerdy to me. Like that. It was also sonically that I was just like, especially in the Slim Shady's time, it was like that. Nah, 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 nah. Like I just.
It's
I
a
was
little
just not-
obnoxious.
That was really silly.
Yeah, it was very obnoxious.
and it was
You can tell-
purposely obnoxious.
You can tell he was on drugs.
Yeah, it was purpose.
Yeah.
That was the thing, is that he was trying to agitate a certain.
And dude, if you go back and listen to that, if you had never heard it and you listen to it now, you'd be like, "Who is this whiny little
Yeah.
motherfucker?"
Yeah.
But at the time, it makes a lot of sense, and it's definitely stuck with me.
Go out,
But like
settle
this.
down.
Oh my
my
God.
main
The Killers,
I mean, yeah.
Muse.
Yeah.
How do you think about that
I
on the
like
Bonner
Killers.
lineup?
I like Killers.
I like the
I
Killers.
think it'll be a good Friday night, Saturday night show.
I feel about the
You
same
had
way.
a boyfriend that looked like a girlfriend. Is that the Killers?
Yeah.
That's the
That
Killers.
I
yeah.
had in February. I don't know why I always want them to be British, but
They're from like the desert, but they
Yeah.
kind of sing like they're British.
Ah.
Yeah, and they put on a good show. I saw them at Midtown.
I feel
Some
like
in
they're
Atlanta,
gonna. It's the people who are gonna eat like the most Molly.
Yeah.
On that night.
I was a big Muse fan at one point in high school.
I'm not familiar who Muse is though.
Muse is like the slightly
Off-brand
cooler,
Radiohead.
slightly more
Yeah.
British Coldplay, I think. It's
Well,
like
they're-
arena rock, laser show, fucking.
They're the love child
I
of
love
Coldplay
Colour.
and Radiohead.
Yeah.
I
Is
do
what
love Colors.
Hey, dude,
Yeah.
I actually love. That was the first concert I ever went to.
well, if you
I
like
saw
colors,
Muse.
don't go to a
Muse,
Muse
like,
show.
opened.
It's very white. It's very,
like,
very white.
Like colored people.
Muse
like
is
colors, like
Muse puts on an
lasers.
amazing. They're amazing musicians.
Yeah.
Like they put on a good show.
Yeah, they had some good hits.
Who else we got?
Future.
Oh,
Future.
Oh, dude, I feel sick for this chicken.
He's
feel
making
ill.
faces, dude.
Like I'm trying to hold it together,
you can
man.
send my Atlanta.
Shit is tearing me up.
Let's stop by the CVS on the way home and get you some.
Go to the medical tent. Holy shit, this is gonna be a gnarly night.
Future's gonna be
We
like.
gotta go to Mike's tonight. Oh my god, this is gonna be evil. I'm gonna
Oh,
shit
dude.
my. Come out to the East Room tonight. See me shit my pants on stage. It's gonna be. Bring a wet wipe.
Yo, I totally take my
Um,
scent last week because of the hot chicken we had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was terrible last week.
yeah. That's the commitment. I will go bomb in front of strangers tonight
Same.
for this podcast. So thank you for watching, hotheads. I'm certain it means more to me than it means to you.
Future's
Hey.
gonna be dope show.
Future be dope, man.
I
Are you?
hope-
Would you see Future?
Yes,
would you
I
like to see
I would
Future
go
live?
See Future, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I would love.
I don't
to
wanna
see
He
see
Future
needs.
Future
live.
He
live.
needs to be a.
I
late
doubt
night
he's a
show.
good performer.
He needs to be super late night. And if he sucks, we can leave and go somewhere else and party.
Right.
That's the point. Like
I
If he
seriously
says-
doubt
if they
he's a
put
good
Future-
performer.
it's
I mean, like,
So like, do I want to listen to his music? Yes, but do I feel like he could add anything to his music live?
No.
I really don't.
No.
I really
That's
don't. think
true.
he
That's a
could.
good
Sure,
point. What's he
sure.
gonna bring live?
What's
that
he gonna- yeah.
no, you just want to hear. You just
Yeah.
want to hear like Dirty Sprite. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, the bomb for the Fallout, you did.
This is tearing me up. All right, next we got Bass Nectar.
That's gonna be dope. Late night. Dude.
All the irresponsible kids you know from high school who are doing nothing with their life are going to be there.
Are
The
high schoolers
directionalists-
these days listening to dubstep?
No,
No.
it's still the people you knew from high school.
Yeah, yeah.
It's still them.
That's where I
They're
wanna go
still
if I
going
wanna-
out. That's
if
why
I
he
wanna-
plays. That's why he
Bass
plays
heads.
for 3 hours. They're
Yeah.
like, please don't stop playing. We don't want to go back and
gonna-
think
I'm
about where our
confident.
lives are going.
Bass Nectar's gonna pay for like midnight to 3 o'clock.
Yeah. If you're still going to Bass
Yeah.
Nectar on New Year's Eve, you got some shit to think about.
Especially now. Especially now. It's
We shouldn't have left
in Atlanta
Bass
now.
We shouldn't have left Bass Nectar.
We shouldn't have left Center Row.
We shouldn't have left
Let's
Center
sit around, right? Ooh,
We
my
should have
God.
stayed at
The
Center
Center
We
Row.
should have
Row.
stayed at Center Row.
There's
Yeah.
always a point in time in Bonnaroo where you say that.
I have
Yeah.
to
We
pee
should've
really
stayed.
bad. Can I go pee real quick?
Go pee.
Yeah, go pee, dude. Hey, can I go vomit real quick?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
It's your host.
All right. Hey, Matt, could you step on a few more chords back there, buddy?
Pick your goddamn.
Okay, so next we got Sturgill Simpson. I don't listen to that. Is that country music? I heard he's good. I think he's in that like Chris Stapleton bracket where he's like redefining country music. Khalid? Who was that?
I have no idea who it is. But
Not DJ Khaled, Khalid.
Khalid. I want to like. He's doing Gunner's Ball too.
Yeah.
I can't think, but like we'll keep
Oh, I'm
it
sick.
Listen.
Khalid Paramore. That's kind of
A
weird.
friend of mine recently became friends with Haley Williams from Paramore, right?
Isn't
Is that
she
them?
like from Nashville?
Yeah. Yeah. She's been trying to set her up on dates. Not
Really?
Haley Williams, but Haley Williams trying to set up my friend on dates.
Really?
That's actually quite comical because she's sitting the most gassy looking dudes. Like
Ghastly looking.
ghastly, like pale ghost looking motherfuckers who wear white socks, but no, that's just ankles.
Ankle. I got some white ankle socks on right now. I feel so strange.
Oh, dude, it's weird.
My mom got me a bunch of socks for Christmas, so
Oh, that's
I've been
ill
wearing
though. That's
them.
ill though.
Yeah,
Like just no show socks.
yeah.
My mom got me wool socks because she knows.
That's the shit I like. I like
Yeah.
long socks.
I live in a basement, so like it gets chilly down there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's chilly.
chilly.
What else we got in there?
Cascade. That's gonna be like some dance music. Probably be fun, honestly.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Alt J, indie
That's
rock
gonna be a good show.
outfit.
Yeah, I've seen Alt J.
Let's
It's fun.
Revolution. That's gonna be some hippie stuff.
No, you didn't get the one I want you to say though first.
Who's that?
You see it when you see it. You say it when you see it.
Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
All I want to do
Is have some
fun. No, keep going.
I got a feeling
Yeah.
I'm not the only one.
Anderson .Paak and the Free Nationals.
Yes.
That's gonna be awesome.
That's gonna be lit.
That's gonna be.
That's gonna be lit.
That might be like the best
That's
show.
gonna be like
yeah.
Boom,
yeah.
boom,
I just hope they
boom.
don't.
That'll low key
I
be the best
hope
show.
they schedule
Main
it
stage?
where it doesn't fuck up anybody. It's
Main
gonna be-
stage daytime probably.
No, nighttime other tent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as the other or
Smaller?
No, the other. Like you know that
Small
other,
one.
No, it's the smaller main stage.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, not what or which, but like the other now.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
other stage.
The other
There's
stage.
that, this, the other, right?
Yeah,
Those
'cause
are the
they-
three stages.
Yeah, but they took the tent off that
Dude,
other.
Anderson .Paak's so dope. He could kill the main stage, but seeing that performance in an intimate setting would
Yeah.
be like that's gonna destroy. That's the
I
cool
mean, like, I
thing
can
about
see like a daytime main stage deal though.
Right.
Like we're talking like he maybe play like 6 o'clock on Saturday.
dude. Those
See,
some
okay.
of my favorite performances have been daytime performances
Yeah.
because there's just like I don't know. There's like the main stage during daytime. A lot of people are not out because it's so hot.
So hot.
So the
It's
people
the
who
hottest
aren't
part, yeah.
the people who are not really about seeing some music are at. Are we out?
I'm out.
I'm not out.
What happened?
I'm here.
Are you here?
Yeah, I can't hear.
Oh my bad.
Well, the people who aren't really about seeing music won't come out
Keep right back.
during the daytime because they just want to stay. It's hot, you know. But if you're about raging all day, you can go to the a daytime show can actually be relaxing because everybody's more spread out. It
Yeah.
looks like Woodstock out there
For
at the
sure.
main stage. Everybody's spread out. It's not packed in like
Yeah,
insane like
it's
Elton
tight.
John.
Yeah.
It's like rarely everyone's heard of the people playing the main stage during the day. So you got like real fans and then people just chilling and there's like people laying down and like it's honestly
Real
the
good.
most relaxed part of Bonnaroo is going to something like that, man. Chill,
Hopefully
get a-
it's some
Get a
shade.
frosty beverage, hang out, watch a shit good show.
Like an ice cold lemonade.
Oh my
Ooh,
God.
dude,
Get
that's
outta
the
here.
Best thing.
Get out of here,
Get you
man.
in a raper.
I'm
ever had one
saying,
in
see, this
April?
is when I'm going to convince myself to go back to Bonnaroo, and I
Go.
feel like I got to stop going to Bonnaroo because
Cool.
it's.
your choice, dude.
I know. I don't
This
know.
year
You
I'm
could come-
entertaining.
You could come with.
This year
I
I'm
would love to.
entertaining
Come
the
with me.
idea
Might have
of
to go
getting
to-
a 1-day pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lineup
Yeah.
is come out to like maybe April,
Yeah.
so you can make a decision then. Yeah.
See, I got to ask off for Bonnaroo, and that's always like that's a thing, especially when you work in a restaurant and you got to like get the weekends off or work at like a brunch place.
True.
But
That
okay, let's
sucks.
see. Who else we got? Sylvan Esso. Anybody know who that is?
Yeah, they're pretty dope.
What is
Pretty
that?
dope band. It's like it's a rock band. They're
Yeah.
dope. Trust me, I've seen them.
Chromeo.
Chromeo's DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chromeo's gonna be dope.
Chromeo's cool,
Chromeo,
right?
I've seen Chromeo at Bonnaroo. I've said like 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
STS9. That's a jam band.
Yeah.
It's like- you know what they remind me of?
That's gonna be like a nice trip.
They rem- Dude, I can't do it, man. It reminds me of like a Super Smash Brothers music. You know, it's for it's like for like music for I don't know. It sounds like an
Deep
anime
Space
theme song.
Deep space traveler type stuff.
It's just too
Deep
much,
Space
man.
Ranger, Flash Gordon or some shit like that.
It's too much. Like it's a that shit's a lot, and they play for too long. Alice Wonderland. That's pretty clever. No one's probably ever thought of that. Moon Taxi.
Alice in
Tennessee's house.
Wonderland?
Tennessee's house in.
It's a comedian.
Oh, is
That's
it?
her name, yeah.
Is that
I think it is.
is that that show you're watching right
Alice Wetterland? Who am I thinking of, Casey?
You're thinking of Alice
Alice Wetterland.
Wetterland,
Yeah,
formerly married to Andy Haynes.
now? A little insider baseball for the folks at home. We got
No, I wasn't thinking of that show. There's no female comedians in that show about the female comedian. I looked it up earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 0 female comedians
there were
were
no
cast in the show. The Mrs. Marvelous Maisel.
Because there were no other female comedians at the time. That's the whole point,
yeah,
Matt.
but you can cast female comedians in a show. They don't have to play
Alex-
comedians.
Alex
they can play
Borstein's
anything.
in that show.
Is that the girl who plays
It's like
Lois on Family Guy?
Yeah, she was like the number 2 person
Dana.
on TV in the last
Yeah.
little bit of She's
Yeah.
hilarious.
She's
Yeah.
pretty talented. She was
Yeah,
also
not a
on the
comedian.
Lizzie McGuire movie.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. Tennessee's house indie band Moon Taxi.
You wait on that one for a minute.
Yeah.
Moon Taxi, you know what that's a reference to?
What's that?
What?
I can't think of the name of the movie, but that movie where Bruce Willis plays a taxi driver on the moon.
No,
that-
Pluto Nash.
Pluto Nash.
That's Eddie
No,
Murphy.
that's Eddie
Talk
Murphy.
about the one with
No.
Tracy Morgans.
Okay, you're talking about either. I think you're getting Pluto Nash and The Fifth Element.
The Fifth
Mixed up,
Element.
yeah.
That's what it is.
The
yeah,
Fifth
yeah.
Element.
First thing that came to mind.
Yeah.
The
No, that
Fifth-
was on Mars too. It wasn't on the moon. Never mind.
Oh, here's a good one. Brockhampton.
Brockhampton's gonna be lit, dude.
Hey, you know what? Let's put a yeah. Let's talk about Brockhampton.
Brockhampton's gonna be lit, dude. Shout out to my homeboy Drew DeBoer who put me on to them.
Matt put me onto Brockhampton.
Yo,
I like
that's,
Brockhampton.
that's probably gonna be like. You remember Travis Scott last year? That's gonna be the closest thing.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like hype.
Travis
energy.
Scott not in it this year?
No.
No.
Last year he played. He was retarded.
What's your take on Brockhampton there, Maddie?
I love Brockhampton.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just I just think that
The concept of the kind of collective, dude.
the
and
concept of the gay dude I think is really cool. I like the Manchester Orchestra's gonna be there. Did you already get to that one?
No, yeah.
Playboy
Manchester-
Cardi.
No, him. He's just reading through. He ain't even got
Playboy
to
Cardi is going to be on
the,
it?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
haven't got to the main one I want to see yet, though.
Who's that?
T-Pain is gonna be at Bonnaroo.
Oh, yeah.
T-Pain is buried in this here somewhere? I didn't even see him.
T-Pain's gonna be at Bonnaroo.
Dude, there are so many people this year.
Yo, dude, it's
Are there
gonna
like
be-
more people than there ever have been?
Feel like it has.
St. Paul and the Broken Bones.
what you came for.
Trombone Shorty and Orleans Avenue. Trombone Shorty's awesome.
That's the first Bonnaroo show I went to go see ever.
Really? How was it?
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Any New Orleans music is going to knock
Yeah,
it out of
it's
the
gonna
fucking
be,
park,
yeah.
obviously. Like, New
Hope they
Orleans
play it
music
like
is...
if they play at noon on the main stage. That's perfect. Perfect.
That's
And
awesome.
Get you in a lemonade.
I feel like New Orleans jazz music
Yeah.
is the most American music that you can possibly listen to. I
Y'all
feel like
fuck with,
it is like when you listen to it, it's like the narrative of America packed into like every song.
Who we fuck with, Matt?
Duckworth. Have you ever heard of Duckworth?
Sounds super fucking.
Well, here's the
familiar.
crazy thing about
Never heard
it's
that.
Duckworth
Yeah.
with no O. Here's what I want to know about Duckworth. I'm pretty sure he's a rapper,
Yeah.
or he's definitely
Art
either a
rap,
rapper
it sounds like
or
art rap.
R&B singer. The weird thing is that the only other Duckworth in showbiz is that's Kendrick Lamar's real last name. So is he just
Really?
going off of that being Kendrick Lamar's last name?
No, it's probably just a coincidence.
Yeah.
That seems like something that would probably happen. Like Chance
Yeah.
just kind of just showing up randomly out of nowhere that one year, and then
It's almost like he was like a SoundCloud rapper and then found out that Kendrick's last name was Duckworth. I'm gonna take the O out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
He inspires
Oh,
me,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I take his
I'm
name.
feeling sick to my stomach, guys.
Oh man,
I feel really bad.
it's okay, but just get you that Pepto on the way home.
Duckworth, by the way, it's probably the smartest thing Kendrick Lamar has ever done is not go by Kendrick Duckworth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a pretty stupid name.
Who else is popping out to me?
No one else is really popping out to me.
No.
I just saw a lot of names that were pretty stupid.
No,
There was another one on there, Bruno Major. Are you just hoping people misspell Bruno Mars? Is that what you're doing? Or are you just hoping people misspell Duckworth? Is that what we've come to? Caliucci's? I like that one.
Caliucci's is cool.
Thundercat.
Oh, Daniel Caesar.
Denzel Curry.
Denzel Curry.
Yeah,
Thundercat.
Curry.
Why are all these great people buried under all these like no names?
Because there's mass stages at Root of.
Yeah.
You know, and what's going to happen? It's going to be a scheduling problem. You're going to want to see like 3 people at the same motherfucking time. It happens every year, especially when it comes on the hip hop artists. They always seem to put on your most popular hip hop artists at the same time. Like, I had to make a crucial choice a couple years ago to go see Vince Staples or go see Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
I decided to.
That's pretty stupid that they would do those.
Right,
two
because
at
those are the same people who will go see both.
Well,
Like,
yeah, and it's also like there's a pretty good chance if you don't put them on at the same time that Vince Staples would like show up on stage with Tyler.
Yeah.
Or the other way around.
Yeah, and there was one year Kendrick, A$AP Rocky were at Bonnaroo together.
Yeah.
And it was like, well,
That was the year.
they played this. I think it played within like hours of each other.
That was the year Problem was out. Fucking Problem was
fucking
out.
Problems was
Yeah.
there.
Dude, I
that
heard.
was last year, right?
No,
2 years ago.
that was 2013.
No, that was
Fucking
forever
Problems?
ago.
Yeah.
Fucking Problems with Drake and Kendrick and
Yeah.
A$AP.
Oh, shit,
A$AP.
that was,
Yeah, that was. You heard that song a million times, not only on stage, but everybody was just playing it.
True.
That was a huge song
Yeah.
when that came out.
Yeah,
Remember
it
that?
was huge.
God, that was a huge.
Yeah.
Oh my
Huge.
god, guys, I might have to take a shit.
You gotta take
ready
a
to
boot.
wrap this one up?
You think
Yeah, I think like let's pull the plug on this thing so we can all have a movement.
Hey, thank you guys very
Yo,
much.
Hey, you guys got any shows coming up? Like,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Me and Matt are going to be in Atlanta on January 16th and January 17th at the Laughing Skull Lounge open mic. Me and Matt will both be there.
Awesome
16th and the 7th. I'm there on the 16th. Matt's there on the 17th. I'm on Sean Parrott's album release on January 20th, and I'll be in Greensboro, North Carolina, February, I think, 14th through the 16th for the NC Comedy Fest. What you got, Matt?
What's up? What you got, man?
I got February 17th. I'll be in Madisonville, Kentucky, and then I just found out today, March 7th, I will be doing the Crying Laughing show at Crying Wolf.
Crying
That's
Wolf,
what's
Nicky's
up.
Nashville,
Yeah.
baby.
That's what's up.
It's probably something
Alright.
else that I'm missing, but
Atlanta.
Next
Alana.
Tuesday, we'll be at Funny Friend at the Pond, right?
Nice.
Brad Sativa show.
Hell yeah.
I put money that Brad Sativa won't be there. Just kidding. Brad knows what's up. Then what else got going on? You Look Like, January 20th, Memphis, P&H Cafe.
Nice.
And then, yeah, nothing. I mean, like, book me. I'm funny as fuck.
Somebody
Take
book
my-
Cory for the love of God.
someone book Cory.
Keep it booked,
I mean,
man.
goddamn.
You know what? I ain't gonna beg for it. Fuck it. I don't want to put me on a goddamn comedy show.
Hey,
You're lost.
thanks.
I'm a draw.
Thanks, Hotheads.
I got my professional wrestling on.
Hey, appreciate it,
Yeah.
Hotheads.
Good.
Go.
Want some of this too?
I'm not going to do that,
Get
but
some good ball.
oh, thank you. Thank you.